Hey guys, 5th of February today, and gotta work on the sled some more. I didn't mention it yesterday because I ran out of storage on the card, but it ran horrible. I'm talking like I barely made it home, and it wasn't because of the gas, and it might be electrical, but it was missing. Before I even got to Halder, it started missing really bad. And so then I took the plugs out and I cleaned them up, and I don't have any new plugs, so I just cleaned those. But I was like, okay, that should do it, right? Well, after I left, it was running fine until I got to that teepee where I had that campfire. And after I left there, about 10 minutes after I left, it started missing again. So I know it's got something to do with the spark plugs. Probably just needs new ones, you know, they're old, and you know, they've been in that fucking snowmobile for 10 years or more. No. Yeah, they have. Now that I think about it, they have. Anyway, so it ran just, oh god, I would get up to like 60 miles an hour, and it would just like, you know, it was unbelievable how bad it was. I mean, it was getting worse every mile, and I was just like, oh my god, you know, I'm 10 miles away from home, and then I'm like, oh, I'm 5 miles away from home. I'm 2 miles away from home, and it's just like, I'm only a mile away from home. They're just freaking puking and backfiring, and by the time I got to the driveway, it was, it was just real, and that's, excuse me for the engine noises here, but there was no real way else to explain it. And, so, yeah, I got back to the house, and I was just happy I made it home. I really was. Well, obviously, but golly, that was just like, that was hell. It was running so good when I left Stratford. And then it was just like, nope, I don't think so. But I pulled the plugs out, and I don't know, I'm a little concerned. When I pulled the plugs out at that show, they had oil on them. I don't know what that means, because it's oil injected. I know the oil gets mixed into the gas, but when does that happen? That's got to happen before the cylinder, or before it makes it into the engine. And I just put a new kind of oil in it, and I mixed it with old oil that was already in an oil injection container. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm gonna bring it into the shop, which is why I'm cleaning this up. I gotta move this table here. And I'm gonna make some wear rods today. And yeah, busy afternoon. I was supposed to be driving the snowmobile in here, but I can't get it started. So I took the plugs out, and there, I don't know. Yeah, it's flooded. I don't know. I want to look for some other ones, see if I got anything laying around. Holy shit! Night and day, guys. Complete night and day. I put those plugs in and I didn't even pull it halfway, and it fired up. I was like, okay. You know, I turned it, it wasn't running, but it fired. So then I turned the choke off, gave it full throttle like I always do, pulled it twice. And I was like, but you know, it's done that with the NGK plugs as well. No big deal. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll take it for a quick ride down to the woods and back. And I get about halfway down the field, and I'm like, well, it's not warm, I know, so I'm just going to baby it. And I opened it up about halfway. And it was just like somebody strapped a rocket to me. It was like, ah! Yeah. Oh. So I did a couple of circles, you know, drove around a couple of laps down there. Let it warm up a little bit, and then I really gave it. And that son of a bitch went like a bat out of hell. I hit 65 miles an hour before I even got up to the house here. And that's only 300 yards long. And I know that's not a big deal for, you know, sleds nowadays, but still, compared to what it was doing, I was barely hitting 60 on all the trails. I was barely hitting 60, and I'm too far out yet. So I think I fixed the missing problem. I don't know. I want to say fuck the wear rods and just go for a ride, but it needs them. I'm wearing the shit out of my skis. Well, I've done my research. I've cross-referenced my NGK plugs. I've got these two NGKs, BR9ES, and that goes to a Champion RN something. So I'm like, okay, what original plug did my Snowmobile have? What did it need? And it came back with NGK. I can't think of it now. Anyway, that plug, which I had the wrong plugs in. These are like 2 degrees too hot, or 2 levels of too hot. These NGK plugs that I had. So I'm like, okay, like I said, what plugs did it originally have? And it came back as a slightly cooler spark plug than what I originally had in, which then I cross-referenced to come back to, bam, Champion RN14YC, and they're brand new. How in the hell? I must have bought these thinking I was going to change my plugs, and I never did. So let's go try it, see if we can get it running. I go under the ski.
Up here?
Yeah, under the shot. Strut. Well, I don't know if you guys, no, you didn't hear that because I didn't include the footage, but I have wear rods. I didn't even know I had wear rods. I guess now that I think about it, it does turn pretty well. I wonder when I got them. They only gonna last, maybe, if I'm lucky, the rest of the season. But that's one less job for me. Maybe I get that seat fixed. I don't want to use the duct tape method either. Oh well. Find a new seat or a new seat cover. I think we should take it for a ride. I hate this part. what I wouldn't give for a sled was reversed right about now. Wow. after going through it for a little bit here, I looked at the gas line, and there's hardly any gas in the gas line. I'm just going to pin it down to the fuel pump. I already priced one. They're $30. As soon as I get some cash, I'm going to get one. I mean, or I could just probably go to the junkyard, probably get one for $10. I mean, they're just little. Here, I'll show you. It's just a diaphragm pump. Just this little guy right here. That's all it is. So if any of you have anything laying around like that for a 1990 Arctic Cat Jake 440ES and you want to get rid of it, let me know. Or just send it to me. My address is in the comment section or in the description. I'm done. That's it. I'm done with this snowmobile until I get one.